I already told you what we were gonna talk about.
Relationships, bro. That's so
I never said
boring
relationships.
and
That's not boring. The women want to know. The women want to hear.
bro, I am like far away from a relationship right now. That's the least thing on my mind.
Ah, so you're gay.
Nah, even if I was gay, I'd probably want a relationship. Nah.
Hey, yo, we gotta cut this part out. All this first part.
No, I'm gonna add the so I'm gay, and I'm gonna be like,
What?
no, you know how you said so you're gay. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna start right
No,
there.
we can't. We can't. No. We can't.
Why?
No, we
It's funny.
can't. No, you can't do this.
All right, do the intro.
Oh, you want me to do the intro? Ah, yeah.
Of course, bro. Dude, you bring that energy. I'll be real. I'm mellow. I'm mellow right
You're
now.
mellow.
I know.
You
It's
said
bad.
you a little too loud, bro.
No, not even. No, you got that energy. You know the hype. You know the hype people be needing. You know what I'm saying? Don't think about it too hard, man.
I ain't thinking about. I don't know how to do the intro. You're the one who stutters. You know what I forgot?
Who studs?
Stutters.
He says studs.
I forgot to set a timer, bro.
All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of What's Up, Papa Podcast. What do you think about the title? Like,
What's up, Papa?
yeah. Other than like, I mean, I don't know if other people think about this or not other people, but like people that are supporting us, watching our channel, have ever wondered if we've maybe thought of other names. Have you ever thought about other names?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I can't really think of anything else. Nothing just
think you
comes
did.
off.
No, I think you did have some suggestions, but I couldn't think about it. Cause I know What's Up Papa Podcast was your idea, like just cause I mean that's something that we always just.
We're always like, what's up, Papa?
We actually haven't been doing that a lot lately.
You know, the funny thing is, Anna even said the same thing. You guys don't even do that. I was like, we say it. We
Yeah.
said on the podcast. She's like, when you do your intro, but you guys don't.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, not in a bad way. Because obviously you've been kind of doing your solo job thing to now you have
a job, a
like
9 to 5,
well, I mean it's longer than that.
a 7 to 5,
7 to 5, you know.
Yeah.
But like we obviously don't like we hit each other up to make sure we're doing good. Hey, bro, hey, we need this, But it's, I think like. That's it. Kind of sad to hear a little bit, but it's like I think it's because like,
so.
but like we still check up on each other,
Yeah,
and we still do this, but it's we don't call each other in a way to say.
I mean that's all right,
and we're like, but I've noticed that when we do call, it's more of like we want like a quick like, what's up? You good? You done?
Yeah, like a quick checkup.
It's a quick checkup. It's not like if you're able to answer in the mornings, I'll call you in the mornings. And I'll be like, what's up, baby? You doing good? Hope you have a blessed day. Love you. I mean, I don't just hang up. Like, I let you respond. And then after that, it's just like, I hang up.
I don't know if that's like, I mean, like, it's real. Like, we've been homies.
Yeah.
And we gonna stay homies, Like, you gotta kind of, like, I mean, I don't know how far you think, but, like, I kind of think about, like, life and, like, my life. I'm like, I don't know how old I'm gonna be, but I'm pretty sure, bro, like, you're gonna be on my deathbed, or at least, like, you're gonna be like seeing me, yeah, and it's just like, damn, like, that's real. But
what's your talking about that? What's your have you ever thought about, like, I know like people don't really like to talk about this. Have you ever thought about like death? With like dying and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially like now that I'm like 27, like I'm thinking about like, damn man, I'm getting close to 30, which is kind of crazy, but not kind of crazy, it's very crazy, but it's just like, man, like, okay, like, yeah, now I'm getting older, like, what have I built for myself other than kind of just running amok, and it's like, okay, now I don't know, it's weird, like I think about death a lot, that it just pushes me to where I need to figure out, like, I need to create more stability for myself, stay more consistent with things, and yeah, and just take care of the people around me that I really love.
Are you scared? Like, do you, like, when you think about it, do you, like, get scared about it or anything?
Or get anxiety?
Yeah. Or nervous?
Not really.
No.
No. You?
Yeah.
You get scared?
I get nervous. Because, like, if it ever, like, pops up, because, like, sometimes it just, like, pops into my head that, like, I think about it, and I'm just like, wow, I could die tomorrow. If you really think about it, like,
yeah, I mean, you never.
Life can either be really long for you, and you know, joyful, and everything, or it can be like really short, and like you just don't know, right? So like obviously, like live life to like the fullest.
Yeah, for
live
sure.
life to like obviously to what you can do. Like you're, you know, but like it's scary because like I obviously have my wife.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have a child.
And I have a child.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's a little bit understandable if I was like, if, you know, when it comes to that point, if I pass away, like at an older age, we'll say like 70, like, and above, then it's like, okay, I was able to be there for my son's, the majority of my son's life, you know. Do I still want to pass away? Like, no.
Really? You don't think 70 is a good age?
Well, yeah, it is, but like, I'm just saying, like, ultimately, like, I don't think like no one really wants to die, but obviously no one wants to be live forever. No one wants to be like, you know.
I think the fact that like our time is limited, it makes every moment like special.
Exactly. But like just thinking about it is like if I die like now or within the next couple of years, it's like my son's only 6. That means he'll grow up without a dad. Or vice versa, like if, you know, anything happens to, you know, my wife or anything like that, like, which I don't like to think about or anything like that. Because, like, I not tell my wife, I would rock with my wife hard. I'm like, hey, if you pass away, you die, I'm going in there with you. I'm sorry. I'm in there, bro. I'm laying in there.
Okay. Let me, so with that same topic, would you ever want your wife to remarry if you pass away?
Oh, we literally just got done talking about this. We got done talking about this.
Well, before you answer that, the only reason I say that is because when my dad passed away, I mean, he was, you know, 61. My mom's 60. But she found someone, bro. She remarried. But you got to kind of like, at least from what I see it, the perspective is like my mom, I think she needs someone so that she feels like she's just like, not necessarily that like she can't find purpose for herself, but like I think she needs someone to like kind of like take care of, like attend to, and I think that's just like
it's kind of have like, you know, obviously caring for someone and like loving them still also, but having someone there, because like having someone to just sit there and talk to, having someone to like enjoy the moments. Like, don't get me wrong, like take yourself on a solo date, you know, do that stuff, but at the same time being able to enjoy like going to the beach, going to see a new city, you know, doing that by yourself is amazing. But I feel like when you get to experience with someone that you love,
it hits different.
It hits very different. Sure. It hits very different. But back to your question is, if I were to like, you know, pass away, would I want my wife to remarry? At the end of the day, I want my wife to be happy. Okay,
there you go.
Okay.
So that's a yes.
But, and I told her this, I was like, she was like, because it got brought up, like, how would you, like, obviously, like, you passed away, but how would you feel about, like, me remarrying? I was like, oh, and like we said, like, you kind of want, like, that partner, in a way to say, to go enjoy things, bless you.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Don't let you say that. Oh, my God. It goes to word as soon as someone does that.
Yeah, that's the point. But,
so bad.
Being able to, like, just have someone there to talk to and stuff like that also, you know?
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, if your friends ever tell you, Giovanni would want you to move on, you know, they're fucking lying to you. They're fucking lying to you. I don't want you to move. And then she's like, so you wouldn't want me to find love? I was like, all right. That was just me being.
You gotta be like, but you already found love with me. Why you need to find it somewhere else?
But no, yeah. I mean, I want her to be happy. Like, if she's able to find someone else to, like, you know.
Yeah.
And like, it even got brought up. Okay, like, the whole, you know, once you pass away, go to heaven. Guess what? You hit that. Now you hit, like, I'm dead. Like, I passed away, you know. and then let's just say it's your time. You pass away. Okay. Well, say you're up in heaven, and there's me, and that second man you fell in love with. And I asked her, I was like, "Who are you choosing?" Like, 'cause technically, you did fall in love with me, you did marry me, and unfortunately, I passed away. You were able to find someone else.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Who essentially like who do you think you would choose? Like, just be honest with me. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not really happening right now, but like, you never know. Like,
Obviously, she said the other one.
And then she's like, honestly, I'd choose you.
Just because
and then
you're here.
She's all like, I was. She's all like, because there was a reason I married you. You were my first.
Of course, yeah.
And then but yeah, that was essentially it. But we talked about it, and I've told her, it was like, if you find someone, you find someone. Like, I was like, I'll haunt your ass though a little bit, just kidding.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
I'll give you nightmares here and there.
Yeah,
keep you on your
agarrándote las patas, or messing with him, agarrándole las patas,
Well, all right. So with that same subject, like, now, would you remarry?
Well, that's what I was gonna get into. I don't know about remarrying.
But you would just put yourself out there?
I'd put myself out there to talk and date, but I would also make it very clear to them
that you're just trying to fuck.
That no, I'm not. I want the partnership.
Okay.
But I don't think I would remarry. Because to me, and I don't know, that sounds a little fucked up of me saying, but I did find my one.
I think that's where it's. I mean, not to be sexist or anything, but I think that's where it's different for men and women. Men could be content with the time that we've had, and then maybe women they have that nurturing feeling that they need to kind of nurture someone, or and I think that's what my mom has. She just because she don't have all my siblings are all moved out. And it was just my mom, and so she felt really lonely, and I think she needed someone to be able to not nurture like a little baby, but be able to have someone to
accompany her.
Yeah, and they can help each other, so it's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, she asked me the same thing. She's like, "Would you remarry?" I was like, "Remarrying, probably not." Dating and be able to be with someone and kind of live with them, yeah. I mean, there's probably people out there who'd be like, "Well, you're already doing the whole marriage thing, whatever." I was like, "Ah, yeah."
There's just no title.
But I think for me, because I'm getting married through the church, it's a whole different.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, would you get remarried through the court?
I don't think so either.
No.
We're talking about that that's gonna happen. No.
No,
my wife
of course.
Is my wife.
This is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay. That's good.
And I've told her plenty of times, I love my wife. I love me. She's my rock. But she's I honestly can't see myself with anybody else. No one, how should I put it? She's the one. She's obviously the one.
Yeah, okay.
I don't pay attention to anything it's her.
Yeah, that's good.
It's her.
Wow. Yeah, you focused up, bro. Yeah. I mean, you how long have you guys known each other for? And then how long have you guys been together?
Known each other together, dating 8 years. We talked 3 months before that.
Damn.
Yeah, we talked 3 months before I actually asked her out. We'd go on a date and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Before I even asked her out,
yeah.
It was 3 months because I really wanted to get to know her. Know her favorite color, things she likes to do, stuff like that.
Young love, bro.
And then got married in 2020 through the court. Been married for 5 years. This last month, married 5 years
really?
Last month. Yeah.
Damn. 8 years of knowing each other. Man, that's crazy. That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
If people tell you young love ain't it, it is. You just gotta find the right one.
I think, bro, I don't know. Me personally, I feel you find. I mean, I don't want to talk from. I guess the only way I can talk about is from my own experiences. But sometimes, I feel if you're not in a good, healthy position when you're growing up and you're in a relationship, like your trauma childhood self shows up a lot during the relationship, and then it becomes like a sticky situation where like, you know, you want to grow up, but at the same time you're kind of like stuck in this relationship where like you want things to work out, but then at the same time like you're still kind of being toxic, like, you know, with like the, you know, childhood trauma.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I guess I am, but I guess I do know, but
It's like sometimes the way, especially I think in like a Hispanic household, like the way you're raised does also get brought into the relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
If you haven't like worked on it either.
Yeah.
And
it takes work, for sure.
Yeah, it takes work, and if you have the right person, they're willing to wait and be patient with you.
Yeah.
And like help you through that process.
Yeah, for sure.
Know?
Yeah.
Because like I've noticed that in a lot of like Hispanic Latinos, like before us, it's a lot of like there's not, and it's because like we've talked about it before, they're on survival mode.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like the whole like showing affection, kisses and stuff like that just isn't there. And like you either see that and like growing up you want to change that.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you've seen that and you think that's the way it's like supposed to be. Or like you're like as a man, like you're not supposed to show your emotions. You're supposed to hide that back. Yeah. So like obviously bringing that into a relationship is also hard because I do it sometimes.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't like to talk about my feelings, you know, and it sucks. And she's very patient with me.
Yeah, that's good.
Very like she'll be like, well, when you're ready to talk, I'm here. Instead of like oh, like, because obviously there's other people.
Yeah, for
and obviously
sure.
like I don't have the perfect relationship. We've argued, but like she's patient with me and she knows that I don't really like to talk about my feelings. And she's like very understanding with that. Like she gets upset sometimes, but she also understands like the way I grew up and stuff like that. That she's like, when you're ready to talk,
yeah,
I'm here, and she's patient. I love that about her.
Damn.
But I think like that also brings a lot into relationships.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be like, oh, she doesn't want to talk, he doesn't want to talk. Like, then it turns into a bigger argument.
Yeah,
that's true. Stuff like that. And it's like communication is a big thing.
Yeah.
I struggle with it. A lot of people struggle with it, and it's just kind of like, but you got to work on it.
Yeah, for sure.
You got to be patient with the person, you know. But it goes both ways. It's not. It can't just be one person. If that person's being patient, okay, then you have to show in that effort. You have to put in that work too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're being patient.
Yeah.
That patience is only gonna go a long way.
Damn. Well, I hope you guys are taking notes. I hope you guys brought your notepads and your pencils or pens. You know, Giovanni Relationship 101 is in session.
Relationship 101, bro.
Nah, just kidding. But nah, bro. I mean, you know, that's like, yeah, man, like that's all truth. Because communication is a big thing, and patience is a big thing. But I think with love, bro, that all comes together.
Of course. Because
I mean, you know, that's all love. No, yo, it is, bro. You're gonna make me cry.
Just kidding.
Do you I was gonna ask you something. Are you like when you get in your feels, or like you can't communicate something because you're like so like consumed by your own feelings? Do you cry?
Do I cry?
Yeah.
Like in front of my wife?
Just like, cause like sometimes like me growing up, I mean I'm a lot better at it obviously now, but when I was growing up, bro, and I would get like really angry or like I didn't even know what I was feeling, all I could do was cry, bro.
And well, in that case, like yes, but I don't let him see him.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's another part, you know, like growing up, it's like, oh, no chilles, like eres hombre, you know, stuff like that. It's like, no, like you got to be able to show them that it's okay to cry, but like also like, you know, not like toughen up, but like learn from it, because life is gonna beat you, like it's gonna tear you down at some point.
Yeah, for real.
You know.
Yeah.
It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be sad. You know, but at the same time, lift yourself back up.
Yeah. No, definitely.
You know. But yeah, dude, it's a work in progress.
I think it always will be, and so we just die.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been needing to sneeze for like 10 minutes.
I saw your eyes and I was like, this man sound like he would look like he want to cry, but it's your allergies.
Yeah, bro. It's so bad. I went camping like not last week, but the week before, and I took my friend's Can-Am, bro, and dude, so it was me, and then my friend Trevor, he had a 2-seater, and then in front of him was his like cousin's boyfriend, which was also a 2-seater, and we were just on dirt tracks, bro, and just I was behind like both their freaking dirt clouds. It was bad, bro. I was like breathing it all in. Ever since then, I haven't recovered. Like,
shit.
you ever have that feeling where like you have a moco and you try to pick at it, but you just can't find it, and then you just know it's there.
Yeah.
But you gotta dig deep.
You're just like, it's like I can't do it on camera.
I don't know if anybody can relate to that.
But what have you learned from like your relationships?
From my relationships,
past relationships that you're like, you know what, like I did, like if you're, you know, obviously there's certain things you want to talk about, certain things you don't.
I mean,
but
we could get into it, bro. I mean, I don't know. Me being, I try to be as self-aware as much as I can. So, with that in consideration, I mean, I think I shut down pretty quickly sometimes. And also, like, a lot of things aren't, like, there's a lot of variables to that. Like, you know, because I kind of tend to separate things in my life, like my work life, my personal relationships. Like, I don't know, I kind of just break it up. And then I kind of, like, take a step back and I see how things are. And if I feel like one area is kind of, like, not the way I want it to be, I kind of, like, maybe I'm just not, because I'm a overthinker and over analytic. Like, I just very observant. I don't know why. I don't know. That's like the way my brain is wired. But so that doesn't help with like my shutting down. Yeah. And then I think right now it went from like being like not understanding, because when I was younger I just kind of wanted to do my own thing. So I was not very understanding. And then I was like, okay, I got to understand, you know, the other person's feelings, try to learn, you know. And then it went from like that to like, I mean, I'm not trying to put my shit out there, but like.
That's why I said with what you're comfortable with if you want to talk about it.
But like, definitely like, I don't know, I just need to like get my shutting down more better.
No, I know what you mean. Because like we said, it's like hiding your emotions. Yeah. You know? So the easiest thing to do is shut down. Yeah.
I mean, just because, like, I mean, I don't know about you, but, like, if you don't shut down, okay, what other options do you have to kind of cope with the feelings that you're feeling? Like, you can be, like, really negative or toxic and be, like, kind of, like, angry. Yeah. And then, like, let your anger out and then, like, after regret what you did just because you were angry. Yeah. Or, like, you know, crying's not as bad because you don't do like a lot of damage, but also like, you know, you don't want to cry all the time. Yeah. And then, or
like tell your emotions and say how you feel, but not saying everybody's like that, but sometimes they'll use that like against you. I know what to say.
Yeah, that too.
And I think that's what goes through my head too. And my wife's not like that. Yeah. But I think, like you said, we overthink. You're, like, thinking everything. All these things are going through your mind. Like, okay, well, if I say this, are they going to get mad? If I do this, what's going to happen? If I just don't say anything, it's probably not going to turn out good because you're not saying anything. You're not communicating.
Like, saying nothing is still saying something, too, which is crazy. But
so there's just a lot of things that, like...
You could do wrong. Yeah. You know?
But...
And that's all right. I mean, it's just all about navigating it with the right person, you know? And, like, I think, like, I wish I knew that when I was younger, because then I probably would have, like, sustained some of the relationships that I've been through. But, I mean, you know, things happen for a reason, you know? The way I see it is, like, ever since, like, I mean, I knew this when I was a kid, but the story about Job and God, how, like, God tested Job, and he, like, took, like, everything from Job, including his health, but then like Job ended up like getting like,
oh, we're getting religious here. Okay,
yeah,
I like this.
Yeah. So then Job got like everything back because he never like disown God or like was like, why are you doing this? Or I think he did say that, but he didn't like renounce like his love or like his following to God. So like God favored that. So the way I see it is like God allows you to go through things so that you can grow from it, good or bad. So it's like if I'm going through something, I know that God's allowing me to go through it because he knows that I'm capable of getting through it.
And there's a lot of like, when it comes to that stuff, there's a lot, and we've talked about this. There's a lot behind that meaning. There's a lot behind prayers. There's a lot behind like certain things. And like, you're Christian, right? I'm Catholic. And the thing that I don't understand with all that stuff is like, I respect your religion. I respect that you're a Christian. You respect that I'm a Catholic. You don't try to convert me or anything like that. Maybe when I was younger, just a little bit. You know,
whenever you're ready.
Just kidding. But like, we respect each other, at least for us.
Yeah, of course.
And I'll do it to other people. Like, oh, you're a Christian? Cool. Like, sometimes I like to hear like their side, their perspective on things.
Yeah.
And like, we've talked about this before, where like, God does, and we've said it, like, God does not give you anything that he doesn't think you can, like, you can take on.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for us, like me and Alexis, like, we had grumpy at a really young age.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we took it as like, we also know that God wouldn't have given it to us if he knew we couldn't handle it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, yeah, like, plus, like, having a child is, like, a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Like, it literally is, like...
I love Grumpy. I love spending the time with him. And every time that I have with him and being able to go do things with him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, showing... And not in a bad way, because my parents were always working. My parents had 4 kids. 5 now with, you know, Santi coming, you know, he came later.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
But, like, when I got older, it's like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there. I want new shoes, I want this or whatever. And it's kind of like... Can't get you the newest shoes. I got hand-me-downs, you know. And they would, and then like now that I'm older and I have my own son, like I know why. I know how much his pair of shoes costs, and it's just for him. That's not 3 other kids.
Yeah, dude, that would be rough, or not rough, but like that is definitely like you gotta definitely be, you know, kind of like okay, where should I maneuver this money?
Yeah. No, obviously, like I respect. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfy.
No, get comfy, bro.
Like, I respect your religion, you respect mine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But, like, we also have conversations about them. We've had them. Where, like, we can pray also.
Yeah.
We can pray all we want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And sometimes those things happen and everything. But, and I've said it to you, and it could just be a me thing, is like when you pray, you think you're just praying to God. And you're hoping that's who you're just praying for. But at the same time, if you think about it sometimes, there's more than one person listening to that, you know?
Yeah.
So,
you
like...
want to specify on that?
There's, like...
so I mean... Oh, sorry, my bad.
No,
I guess, like, I don't know, and, like, my opinion on that is, like, if you're praying in your mind, I don't think for sure, like, you know, the other side isn't hearing. But, like, if you're praying out loud, yeah, that makes sense.
And I get it.
That's my opinion, though.
No, you're good. And so, like, I just think there's a lot to it. And funny thing is that, like, growing up, like, I'm still Catholic. I was growing up Catholic. Still Catholic now. Obviously, my parents, like, forced me to go to church.
Be in the choir.
Be in the church choir. And, like, I kind of pulled away from that after, like, 18 when I got a job and everything, just because, like, I was busy. I had to work Sunday sometimes. And, like, it was just more of, like, I didn't like it because I was forced to do it. And I ended up going back, and me and Alexis, she was baptized Catholic, went to a Christian church. And then when she got with me, and I wanted to make sure, like, it was something she wanted to, like, it wasn't just, like, she's doing it for me. So, and, like, she's Catholic, we're doing the stuff to, like, you know, get married to the church, and we really like it with our classes that we're doing, especially, you know, our teacher and our pláticas de matrimonio. There's just a lot to it. I like the community there. They explain things a lot. They don't discourage you for asking a question, because I know, like, and I don't mean to hate, is like a lot of people at, like, you know, Catholic churches or, you know, Christian churches, like, they criticize a lot.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,
and it's like they just hear, like, and this goes back to, like, what I was saying, like, I respect your religion, you respect mine. It's like the second someone hears you're Catholic and you're not Catholic, like, they'll be like, they'll make a face, or they'll be like why are you Catholic or whatever, this and that.
Yeah, that's
or
sad.
like
Or, same goes for Christian. Yeah, they don't hear
like vice
Christian.
versa.
Yeah.
Or like if you're Mormon, I mean, you've heard me say some stuff about Mormons, but like it's not that like I don't like them or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna tell them you're wrong. Like, you were in the wrong religion.
Yeah.
Like they believe what they believe in. I believe what I believe in, but I'm gonna respect them on what their beliefs are.
I think that's me personally, like the best way that I can, not necessarily persuade, but like prove that like God is real, is through yourself. It's like living your testimony, showing that like, okay, like this is why I live the way I live, is because God has shown me that He is real, and I'm gonna be the way I am because of the things that I've gone through, that God has put me through. So for me to blossom into the person I am now, but yeah, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
But I'm not there. I don't think I'll ever be there, which is okay. Not necessarily that it's a bad thing, but like meaning like, life goes on, bro. Like you gotta like keep growing as you get older, bro. You never stop growing.
And then like for me and Alexis, like even getting married to the church, it's been different for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly been really good. Like we think about things that we say, things about what we do, and stuff like that. And like, not saying we always put it towards like hey, church this, church like that.
Oh yeah,
that. But like it's helped us a lot, and especially the people there. That it's like, if you have any questions, like ask us or anything like that. We can guide you guys and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, we ain't never told them about the situations, but like, and then like we try to we obviously take Grumpy to church and stuff like that too, and we don't force it on him. So like, sounds bad, but we don't go every Sunday. But
no, it don't sound bad.
I also don't want to be like, no, you have to go. Like I want to make sure like because like he'll go, and they call him monganios. Like the kids up there that help the priest, like open the book for them, get stuff ready, just prepare stuff. He's like, cool. I want to do that. I was like, all right, well if you want to do that, you have to do your first communion. He's like, okay, and he can start next year's classes or whatever.
Oh wow!
And it's 2 years, and then like right before dinner, like once the food is done, we'll pray. And we have him pray. A lot of the time we do have him pray. Like we should switch it up, but like I just kind of like wanted to get used to it a little bit. Like if he doesn't want to do it, okay, like I'll do it, or Alex will do it.
Yeah.
Or right before bed, we'll lay down, and we'll pray. And this one we do pray out loud, and like we said, like there's 2 people on the other side of the, listening in a way to say, but like I'm not gonna tell him that he's a kid right now. He doesn't.
Yeah, of course. But like, well, honestly, like if I could put some input, like, yeah, sure, like there is another person, or not a person, but there is the other side listening. But like, you gotta like remind yourself like your God is greater than the person.
And I always do that. Yeah. He'll show you. Essentially, he'll show us the way. He's gonna guide us in the best way that we can. He's gonna put like when life is gonna like tears you down and stuff like that. There's a reason for that.
For sure.
There
always.
is a lesson.
There is always a lesson.
Right? So I try to take that into consideration. Like if I'm arguing with Alexis, if like I'm arguing with my parents, this and that, okay. Yeah, we're going to be mad. Yeah, we're going to go back and forth. Okay. That's a little obstacle.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the lesson behind it a little bit sometimes? Like you just kind of got to think. Or maybe it's just an argument. But I think like, or like... And I've heard this before, getting pulled over. If you think about it, that could, like, you get a ticket, you got to pay the fine. What could have actually happened if that cop didn't stop you?
A lot of things.
You could have gotten into a car accident.
Or you could have been on time at work.
Nah, just kidding. He should just be waking up during time, And so, yeah, like, I've been fortunate enough to, like, go back to church and, like, see all that stuff and actually be able to like talk to people that don't just like criticize you because you stopped going to church. They've like I've had some of them like, well, why are you getting married to the church? For you, what is the reasoning for you to get married to the church? Right? Why did you come back to church? And for me, I felt like I was forced to be at church.
Mm-hmm.
And
At a younger age?
At a younger age. I was there Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So I was there a lot, and I was forced. There was no like, oh mom, like my friends wanna hang out. Can I go hang out with them? Like, no, you got church.
You got choir, son.
You got choir. You got church.
You gotta go sing them lungs out.
And I've told them, I was like, I stepped away. I honestly did, just because like I was forced, and like I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to get married to the church, but I also wanted to make sure that was something for me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
I mean, you gotta go through it like you gotta go through like these times in your life where it's like makes you realize things where it's like, okay, like yeah, I do desire to get married in the church. I do desire to go back. Yeah, maybe I was younger, I wasn't able to understand it, but now I'm older, and this is what I want. You know, and you have every right to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
but like, there's a lot of people that'll be like, "Nah, you should have been going to church. This and that. It's not right for you to like skip out, and now you're going like."
Yeah. So they're kind of like.
And this is, I was like, that's very like.
Hypocritical.
Yeah, because I was
or
like,
not even that, but like,
well, like
judgy.
people will be like, and a lot of people will be like, well, God's word says like, don't be criticizing other people, this and that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, because you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
Right. You'll say that to me, but then out of nowhere, you'll criticize me regardless.
I think, bro, like no matter what religion it is, it's just human nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just like judging, criticizing, like. You know, that happens in you know, that happens in Christianity. I'm sure that happens in Mormonism. I'm sure that happens, like, there's always going to be people criticizing, but it's just about, like, just, like, not paying attention to it. Because, like, at the end of the day, you're doing it, you know, for God, you know, so.
Yeah. And the reason I've been fortunate enough to, you know, find the love of my life at a young age, and now's the time, you know, for us to, like, you know, take that next step. And getting married to the church and
start doing things right in a way, in a sense. Not that you guys didn't do right, you know, but
and just help us be guided, and me and her help each other, you know, follow each other and show them, like, show God through them. You know,
yeah,
you know, just help each other out.
Yeah.
And essentially, like, the way the church sees it is like becoming one.
Yeah.
You know, through the church. Becoming one, like one soul, in a way to say.
That's kind of crazy,
you know? And so, yeah.
That's crazy. It's real. Church stuff, you feel me? Church. Religion. Huh?
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
I don't know. I was like, yeah, church stuff.
Religion. Relationships. I think it's honestly, bro, with where I'm at right now and stuff, like, I definitely want to get married, and I definitely want to get married through the church, and like do things right, obviously, but like I don't even see that right now. You feel me?
Yeah, well, God will put you in the place that you need to be at a certain time, whether that's when you're older. Like, obviously, like, there's things you want when you have certain goals that you want to expect in certain things, which you can try to achieve, but also God won't give you those until you're ready.
Yeah.
Or you need to go through certain lessons and certain obstacles to achieve those things.
Yeah. I think right now where I'm at, bro, is like trying to figure that out. Like, okay, how can I get to where I'm trying to get? Like, what kind of qualities I need to obtain to be that person? So, like, I don't know, look, like, you know how, like, I don't know if, like, you do this, but it's pretty bad, but if you wake up, the first thing you do is you look at your phone, obviously, you turn off your alarm, but then, like, you let it snooze, then you wake up again, like, I don't know about you, but, like, opening, like, Instagram or something like that, it's really bad, because it seeps into your subconscious. But what I started doing this, like, past week is I'll, like, put on, like, I'll snooze, and then right before I go, you know, kind of turn around and kind of, you know, sleep a little bit more, I'll, like, put on, like, a self-improvement book on Audible. And, like...
Yeah, that's good, man.
It's crazy, bro. It's actually weird because, like, I'll think about it throughout the whole day. And it's like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Like, there's just like different things to do, like especially waking up. Like, obviously, like everybody sets goals at the beginning of the year. You know, your New Year's resolutions and stuff like that.
What was one of yours?
Mine? Lose weight.
Lose weight?
Lose weight.
You still gonna do that half marathon or no?
I want to.
But is that a yes or no?
When is it again?
September.
September.
It's in 2 months.
I think I can do it in September.
Half marathon.
Half marathon.
So
I'll like stop like halfway and just go home.
well, that's the half
I'll
marathon.
run home.
Yeah. It's gonna
Finish
be,
the half marathon running home.
It's gonna be at Big Cottonwood Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, like, you always want to set like goals, like we were saying, and expectations, like, and I think with at least like our church, when it comes to where's my mind going blank with the word Cuaresma?
Mhm.
Cuaresma.
Cuaresma?
Yeah.
I have no
Lent.
idea what that is. Oh, Lent.
Lent.
Or Lent.
So
Not
obviously,
Lent.
like, you don't eat red meat,
Okay.
right?
You don't drink Red Bulls.
And then you give up something,
Okay.
right? So I gave up energy drinks, and the Lent is 5 weeks.
Mm.
I only made it to 3. But the way I see it, like, yeah, I messed up and it was still kind of like, you know, but that's progress.
Yeah.
If you think about it, from going to drinking one every single day
That's pretty crazy.
to stopping for 3 weeks,
Cold turkey.
cold turkey, like that's improvement, you know.
Of course.
And then Alexis, proud of her, real proud of her. and you guys might not think so, like, what the hell? She made one. Hers was don't hit that snooze button.
Okay.
And okay, I did that. She said she didn't want to hit that snooze button because everybody does it. I do it.
I do
You've
too,
done
man.
it, right?
It's hard not to.
She went 3 days, and she was like, I'm being. She was kind of like beating herself up for it a little bit. She's kind of like, I only did 3 days. I was like, okay, well, think about it this way.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you hit that snooze button? A lot, every single day. For how long? Since I've known you, since high school. Okay.
I mean, it's a habit that's been
It's a
established
habit
for a long time.
for 3 days to be able to do it 3 days to not hit that snooze button and just get up. Guess what? That is progress.
Yeah.
And then like her one of her New Year's resolutions was to read books, and so far now she's finished. I think she said 14 books.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I can't get into books, but I'm fucking proud of her.
Yeah, that's a lot of books.
That's a lot of books. Either if it's because I know she does it with our audio too. She'll read a book or
okay.
she'll do it on audio.
Yeah, I heard you could also like follow along.
Yeah, that too. But it's like
I can't read books. I
I'm
books.
I'm
but
illiterate. I can't read.
dyslexic.
Oh, see, I don't even know the right word.
Nah, I don't know. I think the best way. I mean, I can share my Amazon account with you, but the best way, me personally, is self-help books. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then put it on in the morning. It like you think about it the whole day.
Yeah, and see, for me, the first thing I do in the morning, usually, I don't even check my phone. The only reason I check my phone is to hit that snooze button or check what time it is.
Mm.
And I literally get up, brush my teeth, put on my clothes, take Canelo out. Well, start my car, take Canelo out. We'll do the same thing at the same time, you know? And then head to work.
Okay.
And by like 7 o'clock, because I get to work and I get there 30 minutes early, not gonna lie, I'll take like another nap.
Wouldn't you prefer to take that nap in your own bed and get there early?
Nah, because I don't want to risk me
Being late?
oversleeping and be like, so if I'm already at work and then I'm like, oh my god, I've overslept like 10 minutes, or guess what, I'm already at work.
Oh, I guess
You know, I ain't gotta do that drive now and be even more late. So
I like your way of thinking, because honestly, bro, like, man, that's one of my struggles. I'd be like, I'll hit that snooze and I'll wait till like the last minute before I have to be leaving my house.
Yeah.
To like actually get up.
Yeah. No, see, I get to work and that, and then I still don't check. Luckily, like, I still don't check like Instagram or anything. I'll check like our YouTube.
You don't
channel.
check on it when like you know, we don't condone any bad habits, or not bad habits, but like, you know, on your phone while you're driving? You don't do that, like you're on Instagram.
When I'm putting music, but no, I'm not. I'm not.
Like you're not driving and like looking at Instagram.
No.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's bad. I do that. Sometimes.
Don't be doing that, bro. But
I mean,
yeah, and then like I'll hop in my loader and I'll put on a podcast, bro, because I can't read books. I can't listen to books. So
at all?
I can't, bro.
Is it too boring?
I don't get into them. I just can't.
How often do you fall asleep in the loader, like micro sleeping?
I don't.
Just like
No, I don't. What the heck? And so like yeah, dude, like, and that's why like I wanted to start this or whatever, is because like listening to podcasts have helped me get through my workday, or like when I'm doing like cardio or stairmaster at the gym, I'll just put on a podcast.
But you know what? Do you think like, I mean, it's kind of funny like to have this conversation on the podcast, but you think maybe we should shift our subject to like, not necessarily like comedic, even though we kind of try to joke around, but like, do you think like the kind of subject that we talk about, you think it might be boring for our audience?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
Because like I kind of think about what we talk about, and I ask myself, would I listen to this? You know what I mean? And I don't.
I mean, I do ask myself that, but like, I think we just have to keep going and see how far along until we actually get like feedback, because like right now it's just really like our family members that get feedback, which is still great. Like,
it's awesome. Yeah,
you know, but I don't know.
Because like to me, like I ask myself, I'm like, yeah, this is fun. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we gotta hang out and we gotta talk and we just.
Oh, you don't want to hang out, huh?
Huh?
You don't want to hang out, huh? That's cool.
I don't hang out. What do you mean?
It's okay. You don't want to hang out.
What do you mean? You're the one that's bailing on me tomorrow. What you mean? No, I'm just kidding. But like, nah, cause I like basically like I'm kind of like, I take a step back and I'm like, okay, like, what is our approach? Like,
I just want to talk. I just want to shoot the shit, and I know what you mean. Like,
you like trying to like not necessarily that we're intentionally trying to do something, but like we kind of are in a way. But like, what kind of direction are we kind of just going right now? Like, to me, like answering that question for myself, it would probably be just kind of like, seeing ourselves grow.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to see ourselves grow.
Which is sick, cause like if we go back to the first video, you know, that we ever shot, and like look at this video, we're gonna be like, and that was like what, like 6 months ago?
I think more, dude.
Like that was in November.
Yeah.
That's when we started.
I think it might have been October.
Really?
Yeah, it might have been the end of October, but.
So like, looking back at that, and then looking at this one, I don't know. Like I could tell you completely what I was thinking about at that time is not what I'm thinking about now.
What were you thinking back then?
I don't even know.
You just said you can tell me what you were thinking about back at that time.
Well, I think I was thinking about like, I think during that time I was kind of like in a funk, so like I didn't really like care about what direction I was heading.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what, it's winter, I'm gonna coast through winter. As long as I get my bills paid, I'm chilling.
And I'm able to snowboard.
So it's like, now it's like, oh, you know, summer's here, I gotta, you know, pump it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I love doing this.
Yeah,
I love sitting here and talking.
Yeah.
But I also want to do more things. I want to learn more camera work. we want to get a drone. We want to learn how to get a drone too.
All I'm saying is, we gotta do it, bro.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go out riding. I'm serious. And I don't know if you're cool with that. If I invite Jacob so he could bring his drone, or we get a drone by then.
Yeah.
And then we could just fucking.
I'm jiggy with it.
Shoot our shit out there. But, shit. What were we talking about? What were we just
the direction of the podcast.
Well, yeah, no. Before that, though.
I was talking about how I like doing this.
Oh yeah, no, but
because I was like, things that like we do are routine in a way to say.
Oh yeah.
And I was saying how like I like to listen to podcasts. Yeah,
that's true.
It takes the time away like from work in a way to say, but B, like I'm not like
swiping.
I'm not, you know, like people are gonna be like, oh, but you're still using your phone. Yeah, but I'm not like staying on it or whatever. You know, I'm still doing my job. I'm not like looking. I'm not really having screen time. You know, my eyes aren't focused on the phone.
So, on a typical day, what is Giovanni listening to?
On
What kind of podcast? What kind of music?
Ooh, it really depends on the day. So like, I love to listen to La Platica, right?
Okay.
That's one of the big reasons why I started this. They're in one of their episodes. They're like, just do it, fuck it, and I was like, fuck
Okay.
it, let's do it. You know,
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
A toast to life.
Okay.
There's another one. I'm gonna check my phone for that. I don't know the name.
Well, while you looking that up, I'm gonna give my podcast, which is kind of
it.
basic, but on Mondays, I look forward to Bad Friends, whether that's Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, and then Tuesdays. Well, it just depends, because now that I'm working, I can't just like sit there and listen to it all day.
Yeah.
So like, I'll play that out during Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then Thursdays hit, and then Tiger Belly in the mornings, and I'll listen to that, and then. You know, I got
it's not popping. Oh, it's Suelta la Lengua.
Okay.
With Itati. That might sound fucking.
That sounds
but
cool.
that one, but she has the podcast with her mom, so it's funny because she's like Spanish. She's
really?
she's Mexican.
Yeah.
So a lot of her language is in Spanish. So they go back and forth, and she'll be like, "What do you mean? Like, what's that?" Like, or like they'll try to tell her to say an English word.
Yeah.
And she has a heavy accent, so it just sounds funny. But yeah, I listen to that. Music wise, it's everywhere, dude. Country, Mexican, rap, fucking, why's my mind going fucking
Screamo. Dubstep.
But
EDM.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, oh, that's what it is. EDM. I don't know why I wasn't. But yeah, that's a daily. That's what I do.
Okay. Well, thank you for asking what I listen to. So let me tell you.
I really don't give a fuck what you listen to.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I listen to country. I've been listening to a lot of country lately. Zach Top, Morgan Wallen, freaking, I don't know. Just gotta love country. I think also because I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just going through like a phase in my life where it's like.
Where's the mullet, man? If you listen to that country, you need that mullet.
Dude, I just cut it off. I literally just cut it off. Yeah, and that's it. But self-help books, bro. Let me show you my catalog, bro.
I don't know what it is, bro. When it comes to books, I cannot listen to them or read them
at all.
I don't know, like, this might sound bad, but it bores me. I want to go to sleep at that point. You put those things on, I'm out in like 2 minutes.
For real? You like some smut?
Huh?
You like smut?
Yeah.
Smut. Have you ever heard that word?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't like it. I don't read it. I don't, you know. I know people who do.
Yeah, I know. I do too. Nah, all right, bro. Let me put you on, bro. Atomic Habits. Really good book. I actually just finished it like earlier this week.
How long did it take you?
Probably like a week or two, give or take. And then right now I'm like listening to the 5 Levels of Leadership. My other book is How to Read a Person Like a Book. Think Faster, Talk Smart. Let me see what else I got. I don't know. I got a lot actually, bro. But yeah, man. You tired?
Am I tired? No, not even, bro. It's been a long day.
What time do you wake up?
What time did I wake up? 5.
5? It's not bad. You clocking at 7?
Mm-hmm.
I wake up at 5:30.
But
see, I actually work. I don't sit in the loader all day.
First of all, I earned that fucking position. Okay.
When are you gonna be foreman?
It's not gonna be until a minute. I'll say that. But
really? You think so? You got your measurements down now or what?
Yeah, I do got the measurements.
So can I test you on it real quick?
No, don't do it on here.
Why?
Make me look like a fool. I'm confident, but I'm gonna say it confidently.
Okay.
Fucking,
Just
no,
real quick.
no.
I
just said no.
No. I'm asking.
No.
Like,
No.
all right, let me tell you a story real quick.
No.
It was funny too because earlier today I was like,
I was like, no.
good. Well, hold on.
Earlier today.
You know how I was telling you that like my foreman, they actually demoted him.
Mm.
So they actually like, so I'm an operator, and then on my team, there's another operator, and they're actually wanting him to kind of be a foreman. They're kind of putting him in that position without, I don't know. It's not official, but
they're like giving him a little test run.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I'm like joking around, and then I'm like, all right, bro, which is more, 3/16 or a quarter? You want to tell me?
What?
Which is more, 3/16 or a quarter?
Huh?
and then the guy was just like sitting there thinking, and I'm like, honestly, bro, I'll be real. I thought honestly in my head 3/16 was a quarter because they're like a 16th off, but nah,
it's a quarter, right?
A quarter's more. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, no. I was like, I'm trying to look at I'm in my head. I'm imagining the little lines and where they go, and I'm just like, no, it's a quarter. It's a quarter.
Or like this one, like which one's more, 3/4 or 5/8?
I gotta see the tape measure, bro. If you just tell me, like, I can't, like, if I see the tape measure, I've been practicing on the tape measure. I've been looking at it, and I was just like,
just get one of the Milwaukee ones that have the numbers on it. There's some that that are like that. When I used to do marbling,
because every little one is a 16th.
Yeah.
Every like semi big one is an 1/8.
Mm-hmm. You just gotta think about like as like.
And then the bigger ones are a quarter, right?
Yeah, and then the biggest one is a half.
It goes a quarter, half, 3/4, right?
So it goes 16th, 8th, 16th, quarter, 16th, 3/8, 16th, half.
No, but never mind.
I've been doing it for a while, so that's all I know, man. Construction, dog. Actually, crazy thing is, you know how like, I don't know if you've seen any like shorings. You know what shorings are? Basically, when you're in the hole. Oh shit! When you're in a hole, and you're like, so we're 12 feet deep in the ground, right?
Yeah.
We put these panels on the side. We dig them down, or not dig them down, but we shove them down.
Is it like when you're doing cement? Like those little... No, okay.
No, we're putting pipe in. So there's a sewer line, and we're doing laterals. So meaning like we're connecting from the city sewer into the house, into a residential house. So when they were putting in that main sewer line, they put a Y so that we could connect to it into the house.
Yeah.
But what we were doing is we were digging down 12 feet. We finally exposed it. We put the shoring in, and then we put a hydraulic pump in the middle to like hold it, and then keep it from caving in.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So because that shit's heavy, so like
yeah.
If that shit like falls on you, it'll like crush your lungs, Yeah, so you can't breathe. But so my foreman tells me, he's like, hey, we gotta take that off, like we gotta start backfilling. So I'm like, okay. So the thing is, when we put that thing down, like the panels, we dug down like another 2 feet. So I knew automatically as soon as I like hook that pump up, it's gonna like fall. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, but I gotta do it safely, and like I just gotta do it, and I gotta do it fast and get the fuck out the way. So freaking, it was sketchy, bro, but I was like on it. It was higher than me, or taller than me. So like I'm like hanging on it. I put my forearm on here. I don't know if you can still see it, but that shit pinched the fuck out of me right here, dude.
No, I can see where it was at.
But
that's scary, bro.
Yeah, it's alright.
Be safe out there, bro.
Fine.
But let's get this wrapped up.
Already?
Yeah, bro. It's been. I think we had some really good conversation, bro. I feel like we were talking for
therapy session.
But we just want to thank you guys all for listening. Give us a follow, subscribe, like.
Sorry for my allergies.
Sorry for his allergies. I have not coughed, bro.
Good. Did you go to the doctor or no?
No.
All right.
But
you scared?
Thank you guys for listening up to the What's Up Papa podcast. We really appreciate you guys. If you haven't made someone's day, make someone's day. You never know what someone's going through. Show them some love. Give them a hug if they need a hug, and if you know them. Thank you all for listening. Nos vemos en la próxima. Peace.